Pinagmamalaki kong paglingkuran ang Pilipino. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman, gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways, matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan, laging maninindigan. Daan sa kaunlaran, tulay sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangan ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, tapat at marunong pinagkakapuri ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, taas noon nagdilig ko. DPWH, buong pusong nagdilig ko. DPWH, ipinagmamalaki kong paglingkuran ang Pilipino. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman, gagalangin kailanman. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman, gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways, matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan, laging maninindigan. Daan sa kaunlaran, tulay sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangan ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, tapat at marunong pinagkakapuri ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, taas noon nagdilig ko. DPWH, buong pusong nagdilig ko. DPWH, ipinagmamalaki kong paglingkuran ang Pilipino. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman, gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways, matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan, laging maninindigan. Daan sa kaunlaran, tulay sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangan ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, tapat at marunong pinagkakapuri ko. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways, matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan, laging maninindigan. Daan sa kaunlaran, tulay sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangan ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, tapat at marunong pinagkakapuri ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, taas noon nagdilig ko. DPWH, buong pusong nagdilig ko. DPWH, ipinagmamalaki kong pagtikuran ang Pilipino. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways, matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan, laging maninindigan. Daan sa kaunlaran, tulay sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangan ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, tapat at marunong pinagkakapuri ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, taas noon nagdilig ko. DPWH, buong pusong nagdilig ko. DPWH, ipinagmamalaki kong pagtikuran ang Pilipino. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways, matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan, laging maninindigan. Daan sa kaunlaran, tulay sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangan ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, tapat at marunong pinagkakapuri ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, taas noon nagdilig ko. DPWH, buong pusong nagdilig ko. DPWH, ipinagmamalaki kong pagtikuran ang Pilipino. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan laging maninindigan. Daan sa kaunlaran, tulay sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangal ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, tapat at marunong pinagkakapuri ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, taas noon nagdiring ko. DPWH, buong pusong nagdiring ko. DPWH, ipinagmamalaki kong paglingkuran ang Pilipino. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan laging maninindigan. Daan sa kaunlaran, tulay sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangal ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, tapat at marunong pinagkakapuri ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, taas noon nagdiring ko. DPWH, buong pusong nagdiring ko. DPWH, ipinagmamalaki kong paglingkuran ang Pilipino. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan laging maninindigan. Daan sa kaunlaran, tulay sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangal ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, tapat at marunong pinagkakapuri ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, taas noon nagdiring ko. DPWH, buong pusong nagdiring ko. DPWH, ipinagmamalaki kong paglingkuran ang Pilipino. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan laging maninindigan. Daan Daan sa kaunlaran, kulay sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangal ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, tapat at marunong pinagkakapuri ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, taas noon nagdiling ko. DPWH, buong pusong nagdiling ko. DPWH, ipinagmamalaki kong paglingkuran. Pilipino. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman, gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways, matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan, laging maninindigan. Daan sa kaunlaran, kulay sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangal ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, tapat at marunong pinagkakapuri ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, taas noon nagdiling ko. DPWH, buong pusong nagdiling ko. DPWH, ipinagmamalaki kong paglingkuran. Ang Pilipino. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman, gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways, matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan, laging maninindigan. Daan sa kaunlaran, kulay sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangal ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, tapat at marunong pinagkakapuri ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, taas noon nagdiling ko. DPWH, buong pusong nagdiling ko. DPWH, ipinagmamalaki kong paglingkuran. Ang Pilipino. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman, gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways, matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan, laging maninindigan. Daan sa kaunlaran, kulay sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangal ko. DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways, matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan, laging maninindigan. Daan sa kaunlaran, tulay sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangal ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, tapat at marunong pinagkakaturing ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, taas noong nagdiring ko. DPWH, buong pusong nagdiring ko.
Start by request the judge to please lead us a short prayer. Let us pray to the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, thank you for every seed that has been given today as we gather for our reading activity. We glorify you for all the blessings you have bestowed upon us. May you bless the hearts and minds of every member of today's and awards committee, technical working group, Back Secretariat, as well as the prospective bidders who are present here today and the viewers. Continue to cover us with your mantle of protection. All this we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Jack. Before we start, may I read the Constitution of the Bids and Awards Committee of Cagayan second District Year of Office. Dated June 6, 2023. The new back composition is as follows. Chairperson, Ramiro Diukin. Term of office, June 6, 2023 to June 5, 2024. Vice Chairperson, Rolando Quito. Regular member, Mario Sinalikan. Another regular member, Emilindi Cortesa. Provisional member, Isilito Ibasi. Provisional member, Julian Castamudio. Another provisional member, representative from peace concern. Thank you, sir. That is architect Emilio Mabella. I want to read some subject point of this memorandum. It is recommended that, as provided under Section 16, Rule 5 of the revised IRR of Republic Act 9184, the Home shall ensure that the bank, its secretariat, and TW members, including other relevant procurement personnel, are sent to attend procurement training on capacity development program. Within 6 months upon designation, the bank, its secretariat, and TWB members should have satisfactorily completed such training or program conducted, authorized or accredited by the UPPD through its technical support office. Considering the new provisions of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 and numerous issuances from EPPD It is therefore advised that all personnel involved in PAC activities shall attend and complete the latest training workshop on the 2016 revised IRR or RE 9184. Hence, all PAC members except Engineer Natividad and Engineer Castro Jr. should be sent to attend and complete the previous procurement training on the 2016 revised IRR of RE 9184 and to submit a copy of their certificate to the procurement service upon completion of their training. Additionally, attention is invited to the provision of paragraph 5, item 4 of GBPB resolution number 12/2018 dated September 4, 2018, which states that PAC, its secretariat and TW members shall not be entitled to honoraria in case of non-attendance to the training activities pursuant to Section 16 of the revised IRR of RE 9184. That means si Engineer Castro Lasara, si Engineer Natividad are accepted. Kasi tapos na kayo, di ba?
Hindi lang natin.
Hindi yan tayo. Pero, tayo sana. Tayo. Kasi hindi tayo, walang, yung updated. Updated. Asos, tapos na yung Region 1 eh. Doon tayo sa Region 3. Region 3 susunod. Pampanga. Pumunta dito. Kaya required pala tayo tingnan mo pa para punta ka sa kan. Region 3. I would like also to ask here Head PAC Secretariat to read the composition of the technical working group from TW members.
We have also the unique approved recomposition of the PAC technical working group, and is now headed by Engineer Martin Chris Gulia. And the new members, Engineer Gilmar Vega and Engineer Wilmaling Colini. And all members, Engineer J.P. Mendesani, Engineer Wilkins Garcia, Engineer Genevieve de la Cruz, Engineer Ning Ayas Tabelio, Ma'am Amelia Ragsa, Engineer Christine Hazel Panshan.
That is the new Pag-Secretariat. Pag-Secretariat si that is the new development. Effective today, we follow the new members of the PAC. Okay. Today we have a pre-bid conference for one, consulting services, 23 CSP, 302, preliminary engineering design, conduct of feasibility studies, preliminary detailed engineering, economic analysis, technical studies, traffic impact assessment, at Cagayan, Kitag, Kalaligan, Eva, Payor. May I request the NEDPAC's Secretariat to read the basic contract data on these consulting services. sorry. Puro pala. Sorry. May I request the head of Secretariat to roll call. If you have.
Good morning to everyone. Here is the attendance for the spread conference for one consulting project. From the Beach and Awards Committee, we have our chairperson, Engineer Amelia Kim, our vice chairperson, Engineer Rolando Torida, and the members, Engineer Julian Castro Jr., and Architect Emilio Abella Sr. From the technical working group, headed by Engineer Marjan Chris Gulia. We also have Wilkins Garcia, Gilmar Vega, Genevieve De La Cruz, Ling I. Estabilio, and Ma'am Amelia Ragsak. And from the back secretariat, headed by yours truly, Christian Ragirag. We also have Gilbert Concordia and Michael Reydiado. Mr. Chair, with the presence of the majority of the members of the Beach and Awards Committee, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Yaragila. May I ask the head TWB member to please read the basic contract data for 23 CSP C02.
Good morning to everyone. The terms of reference for this project, conduct of feasibility studies, preliminary and detailed engineering, economic analysis, technical studies, traffic impact assessment, Cagayan, Kitag, Calabigan, Eva, Apayao Road, Cagayan. The objective of this undertaking is to determine the soil profile at the project site, identify possible geological and geotechnical hazards, and recommend structural and non-structural measures to reduce the effects of these hazards. The scope of these consulting services are the following. For the geological and geotechnical investigations and surveys, one is to review all existing geologic information or data relevant to the project, conduct field reconnaissance to the project site in order to validate the existing geological data, gather information such as accessibility, proposed drill or borehole location, necessary equipment, and conceive difficulties to expect on the conduct of drilling or boring operation with geotag photos. Conduct site inspection before or during the conduct of soil exploration of a project and prepare an inspection report. Perform testing procedures and analysis in accordance with the DPWH design guidelines, criteria and standards for the DGCS Volume 2C, Geological and Geotechnical Investigation, 2015 edition, and applicable provisions of existing laws, codes, or issuances of the department in order to come up with the recommendations and design criteria. Conduct one borehole at the proposed abutment A and B of each candidate site. Bridge 1, 3 borehole, including pier. Bridge 2, 2 boreholes, and Bridge 3, 2 borehole with geotag photos. And for the expected major outputs of the consulting service, the following report shall be well presented in English language, compiled and submitted to Planning and Design Section, Department of Public Works and Highways, Cagayan 2nd District Engineering Office. Progress report shall include status report, physical and financial, as well as developments, issues, findings as of the report period. Second is the draft final report. It shall contain the details of the consultant's findings and recommendations based on the scope of work outlined in these terms of reference. Final report shall incorporate all appropriate revisions and clarification on the draft final report. A total of 5 copies of the report shall be submitted to the implementing office 15 days after receipt of the comments from the implementing office. Final report shall be submitted in soft-bound copy with title of the report written at the spine. And for the study schedule, the undertaking shall be carried out for a period of 48 calendar days, including submission of final output, commencing from the date of receipt of the notice of proceed, for which shall exclude the review process of the implementing office on the report submitted. For the human resource or staff and other requirements, for the key personnel, geotechnical engineer and geologist. For the geotechnical engineer, the required expertise, he or she must be a registered or licensed civil engineer or equivalent with specialization in geotechnical engineering, and must have an experience of 5 to 10 years in carrying out geotechnical investigation and surveys. For the geologist, the required expertise, he or she must be a registered licensed geologist or equivalent with a minimum of 5 years of experience in the related field. For the ownership of the outputs, reports, and documents, all submitted outputs, reports, documents under this contract, including but not limited to investigations and studies completed or partially completed, inspection logs, and photographs, shall be the property of DPWH, and the use of this data for other purposes shall require written consent from the department. Copyrights will be governed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Marjen. The cost of bid looks for this contract is 1,800 pesos only. The receipt of technical and financial proposal is on July 7, 2023 at 9 a.m. And additionally, the opening of bids follows at 10 a.m. For further information, please refer to Engineer Christian Tiragira, Acting Procurement Engineer, Head Pack Secretariat, EPWS Cagayan 2nd Engineering District Office, Bertan Tabul, Cagayan. May I request the Head Pack Secretariat to read the other documents to be submitted by the details.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First, I would like to inform that the evaluation procedure to be adopted shall be the Quality Cost-Based Evaluation Procedure, or the QCBE. So we will, the determination of the highest rate of bid will be based on their technical and financial proposal. So here is the list of eligibility requirements. For eligibility, Class A documents must be submitted. Under Class A legal documents, we have the field checks, certificate of registration and membership, with the attached annex. And under technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing and completed government and private contracts. The statement shall include for each contract the following: the name and the location of the contract, date of award of the contract, type and brief description of consulting services, the consultant's role, whether main consultant or the sub-consultant or partner in a joint venture, and another one is the amount of the contract, the contract duration, and the certificate of satisfactory completion or equivalent documents specified in the EDS issued by the client in case of a completed contract. Another is the statement of the consultant specifying its nationality and confirming that those who will actually perform the services are registered professionals authorized by the appropriate regulatory body. The eligibility requirements or statements, the bids and all other documents to be submitted to the bank must be in English. And prospective bidders may obtain a full range of expertise by associating with individual consultants and or other consultants or entities through a JV or subcontracting arrangement as appropriate. However, some consultants may only participate in the bid of one shortlisted consultant. And here is the documents comprising the bid technical proposal. The technical proposal shall not include any financial information. For projects on a staff time basis, the estimated number of professional staff months specified in the BDS shall be complied with. Proposed professional staff must at a minimum have the experience indicated in the bid data sheet. No alternative professional staff shall be proposed, and only one curriculum vitae may be submitted for each position. The technical proposal shall contain the following information or documents: technical proposal submission form, bid security, information indicated in the paragraphs below must be provided by the consultant and each partner. A brief description of the organization and outline of the recent experiences. A concise, complete, and logical description of how the consultant's team should carry out the services. The organizational chart of the key and support staff, indicating their tasks and relationship among the consultant. The name, age, nationality, background, employment record, and professional experience of each nominated expert. And the procuring entity requires that each expert confirms that the content of his or her curriculum vitae is correct, and the experts themselves should sign the certification of the curriculum vitae. Another one is the time schedule and the work plan showing in graphical format or bar chart the timing of major activities. And lastly, the sworn statement in accordance with Section 25.3 of the IRR of RA 9184. And the bid and the documents comprising the bid financial proposal. All information provided in the consultant's financial proposal shall be treated as confidential. The financial proposal requires completion of the 6 forms. Please refer to the bidding documents for those forms. And another one is the remuneration is divided into billing rate estimates for international and domestic consultants. The list of experts and their respective inputs identified must match the list of experts and their respective inputs. And the consultant shall be subject to Philippine taxes. And the financial proposal should clearly estimate as a separate amount the local taxes, duties, fees, levies, and other charges imposed under the applicable law. Unless otherwise provided in the bid data sheet, total calculated bid prices as evaluated and corrected for minor arithmetical corrections such as computational errors which exceed the approved budget for the contract shall not be considered. And that's all, Mr. Chair. But for the methodology, we will open first the technical proposal, and we will conduct a preliminary examination of bids. And if the proposal pass the criteria, we will proceed to the evaluation of the technical proposal. The next day, we will not open the financial right away. And after the evaluation, if the rate of the consultant pass the set minimum passing rate, we will issue a notice to them stating the schedule of the opening of their financial proposal. But with this contract, Mr. Chair, only one is shortlisted. Only one consultant is shortlisted.
Thank you, Kira. Any reaction, question from the viewers who are watching our live streaming? If not, any announcement from the NPAC Secretariat?
As you said a while ago, Mr. Chair, the deadline of the receipt and opening of bids for this contract will be on July 7, 2023. And for our procurement activities for this week, we will have the opening of bids for civil work projects tomorrow, June 27, 2023.
Thank you, Kira. Any motion to adjourn the pre-bid conference?
May I request that the pre-bid conference, if there's no more queries, I move that the pre-bid conference be adjourned.
Second the motion.
Okay, the pre-bid conference is adjourned.